exciting campaign.
Yes.
Because people thought that Anita could not win.
Right.
They thought she could not win.
Why?
What they don't know is that the people of the District of Columbia understand the business of people who give back to our community.
That's right.
Anita's been giving back for over 30-some years in
That's
this
right.
community. And I've had the pleasure of working with her all this time.
That's right.
But before I continue, there's no way we could continue without acknowledging and asking for a word. The distinguished mayor, the honorable Mr. C.
Well, first of all, can we give it up for the mayor for life, You know, there are so many people who worked on behalf of Anita's campaign, but it still took an outstanding candidate to be able to get us to where we are today. Anita is one of the most sincere, hard-working people that I've ever met. If there ever was a candidate that deserved to win, it is Anita Barnes. And now, can we hear from the candidate?
The candidate.
Well, firstly, thank you all very, very much for everything you did today. And I see many faces that I saw out in the street trying to deliver the vote, and you did it. And thank you very, very much. This is really a wonderful occasion for not just me and you, but it's really, I think, a good occasion for our city. Why? Because we're a city of many different people, and we care about where we live, how we live, and how we want to live in the future. And when we think about budget surpluses and we think about poverty, we know we have to get in there, dig in there, and try to make a difference for all of the citizens of the District of Columbia. That's my commitment, and I know and that's very true. You need jobs, and people need jobs as well. That is true. Now, I really would like you to at least give me a moment to acknowledge some very special people, and I know we're kind of crowded up here, and I hope we don't have any fainting or any of that, because it's kind of hot in here, and you have been patient for a while, and we have been patient to get the vote in from the Board of Elections. And I'd like to start with, of course, you know, the mayor for life, Marion Barry. Marion Barry's robocalls, I think, hit the spot. Okay? Now, but you know, there was another robocall that hit the spot, Jack Evans. So together, they took care of the world of the District of Columbia in a big way. And I will remain eternally grateful to them, because people were actually coming out in the afternoon and saying, I got that call, I got that call. And it made a difference. And you know, it's very hard in the District of Columbia for us to come out and vote. You know, we don't have what we want. We want statehood. We think we're without the privileges of other parts of the country. And so it's hard. We can come out in a presidential campaign, but coming out like this, well, you know, special election. So I thank everyone who bothered to come out and vote today, whether they voted number 5 on the ballot or not. I thank you all for coming out. You're making a difference, really and truly. Also, I want to acknowledge Muriel Bowser, Councilwoman from Ward 4, extraordinaire. Councilwoman Yvette Alexander from Ward 7. And I especially want to acknowledge Councilman Kenyon McDuffie, my own councilman. I know you've been getting these robocalls, and I think we're blessed because we got these robocalls. And you know, for a long time we said that robocalls just don't work and people get annoyed, but that's not true. Now, Betty Ann Kane, you come on up here too. Now, Betty Ann is in retirement from the council, but Betty Ann was one of the first people that said, "Oh, you're running? Oh, come, you gotta meet this person, that person." And it makes a big difference when our former leaders step up to the plate on your behalf, and we should understand. And of course, she's chair of the Public Service Commission. She is not taking any advice from you tonight. This is a social gathering. And then there is one person that I really want to come up, and I know he doesn't like to say a word or two, but I am just delighted to have this opportunity to remain one of his colleagues, and that's Chairman Mendelson.
All right. Thank you, Anita. Thank you all for being here. This is a great night.
Yes, it is.
And this is Anita's night. It's a little bittersweet for me because this is my seat.
What?
Was my seat. And before that, the seat of Hilda Mason.
Grandma of the world.
And before that, Julius Thompson. So there's some big shoes.
Way back.
Big shoes. Thank you, Mayor.
I knew you'd give us the history.
Just I can't tell you how many council members have been in the history of the district. They're great. As others have said, a candidate wins, and a candidate wins citywide because of who they are. And Anita has touched a lot of people over the many years that she's given to the city. She cares deeply about the city. And she cares deeply about its people. And that's why we're here celebrating tonight. Thank you, Anita.
Okay. Let me also acknowledge a special friend, and this is my night, so I get a little time, and just bear with me. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, but okay. All right, take my time. Don't tell a woman that, but okay. I thought they'd like that. But I'd like to acknowledge former Councilwoman Sandy Allen from Ward 8. And then I especially want you to put your hands together for our statehood senators, Michael Brown and Paul Strauss. They were here for me, 100%. And I understand we still have two additional former council members, Jim Nathanson and Frank Smith, who are still with us. Thank you all very, very much. And these are individuals that are important still to our community, because when I talked to people at the polls, they were saying, you know, I'm impressed by who is supporting you. And because that's who people in community know. They know they're elected officials. And so there's no shame in that. There's no ambush in that. That's who people know. And that's very, very important. Some would think we just won. We didn't do this by ourselves. It took all of us, every little drop, every little piece, because, you know, people didn't want to come out. But you're right, Marvin. The important thing is that we won. And let me tell you, I know Marvin's going to think I'm going to be around, and Marvin's going to be walking in the office all the time. But Marvin, you have to follow protocol. Marvin and I go way back. He knows knows what I'm talking about. Okay. But this is really a wonderful time. People from Ward 5, Ward 7. I see I see those who pull things together for us. And 4, okay, 4, and 8, and 7, and 6, of course, 8. That's right, 3. Let me tell you, I was at an event on Sunday, and that's right. Every ward and every person who came out, and we thank you all very much. And I know I should stop now, but the state committee, is it or is it not an awesome group of citizens of the Okay? So that is correct. Elected by the Democrats. All right. Wait a minute. Okay, now I have a couple of other groups, and I know the elected officials are getting a little tired and a little jittery, and they're kind of like, they've been on duty all day. Okay, all right. Well, okay, ask me is number 1 in our book. Nurses United, the DC Latino Caucus, Federation of Democratic the laborers, teachers, electrical engineers. Let's see. It's on both sides. There's more. Well, let's see. And then the Tenants Association. Do you know how important the Tenants Association is? 60% of DC residents live in apartments, okay? And that's very important. Tenants, okay? And then neighbors for neighborhoods. Okay, all right, gentlemen. Well, and I would really like for the, okay, we haven't quite finished, and I know you're getting restless, and I appreciate the time and attention you have given to us. But there are some individuals, and I do believe that they should have recognition. They should have their due also, because many of these individuals started out as volunteers. And luckily, because of the tremendous fundraising that came from corporations, from individuals, okay, we are able to give them a little bit of relief for the 3 months that they were doing this, really as volunteers every day. So I call them the Obama kids. All right, but these are women and men, young women and men who work very hard for President Barack Obama, learned very dear and precious skills, and decided they wanted to work together, and they chose little old me to work for. And they made a difference. Now, we should not make them think that they are the cat's meow, because they are young people and they need training by the locals and all of that. But they are really great. They really are great. And so, Josh, they have on their t-shirts, and please acknowledge them. Give them their due. And listen, you may not know these young people, but I know I gotta cut it. Thank you very much, Mr. Pearson. But you may not know these young people, but these are young people from all walks of life who could in their neighborhoods be anything they want to be. Now, they have relatives, dear relatives, that run whole societies, okay? So we are very lucky to have them with us. They care about DC, they want to be in DC, and we are going to work them while they're in DC. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Don't forget Trayon White. Trayon White.
Where is Trey? All right. Come on up here, Trey. You know, and this is very, very important because Trayon is the kind of person who, as an elected official, that we so frequently forget about. But we elect our school board members. We elect them, okay? And so let's give deference to him. He worked very hard for us in Ward 8. So thank you very, very much. And, all right. Okay, all right, and let's see, I have just a few more people. Okay, now, the labor community has, they had a love affair with this campaign, and they came through in various ways. Williams, Josh, are you able to be anywhere near here? Okay. That was so nice. And I also would like to acknowledge the Muslim caucus, DC Muslim caucus, okay? They actually endorsed me as well, and that's all very good. Okay, now there are a couple of other people that we're going to bring into the fold eventually, I believe, and that's the outstanding council member from Ward 6, Tommy Wells, and we welcome him here. Now, before we break up, if I really and truly, I have my buddies here, people who carted me around, and that's right, and did all that too, Estelle. That's right. But I know it's not fair to everyone to have to stand. I mean, it's a little warm here, but Hector and Mario and Ed and Sheila and Linda and Fred, okay. Yes, all of you, and I thank you on, I forgot, the senior citizen of the Obama kids, which is Reverend Pettis. Okay, now Reverend Pettis is there. She's a little on the older side. Okay, now, Ward 5 Democrats.
Sweetheart, bye-bye. Sweetheart, bye-bye.
Ward 5 Democrats was the first organization to endorse me, so I appreciate it. Thank you. And we have a special guest here. Mayor, we have another mayor. Come on up, Mayor. Mayor of Somerset. But seriously, Jeffrey Slayton is the mayor of Somerset, Maryland. Okay, so give him his due. Give him his due. Okay, now, more than anything else, I want you to know that tonight begins this process because, you know, this is just to seal the deal for the rest of this term, and there will be an election coming up in 2014, and I hope that I can be your choice again, okay? Now, I waited till last to acknowledge people who are very, very dear to me. What I call my sweeties, and they don't particularly like that, but it's my family members. I have my son, my daughter, and one granddaughter, one of 7 grandchildren. Come on over. Okay. Right. right. Okay, so I've pretty much gone through everything except that there's a woman who, in spite of everything, and I do mean everything, was with me, and that's Janice Davis. That's Janice Davis, and I am so much better for it. And of course, I give praise to God for helping me through this. It has not been that easy, and I know you can see the sweat, but it's a joy. Williams, Josh, are you able to be anywhere near here?
That was so
All right, and I also would like to acknowledge the Muslim caucus, DC Muslim caucus, okay? They actually endorsed me as well, and that's all very good. Okay, now there are a couple of other people that we're going to bring into the fold eventually, I believe, and that's the outstanding council member from Ward 6, Tommy Wells, and we welcome him here. Now, before we break up, if I really and truly, I have my buddies here, people who carted me around, and that's right, and did all that too, Estelle. That's right. But I know it's not fair to everyone to have to stand. I mean, it's a little warm here, but Hector and Mario and Ed and Sheila and Linda and Fred, okay. Yes, all of you, and I thank you on, I forgot, the senior citizen of the Obama kids, which is Reverend Pettis. Okay, now Reverend Pettis is there. She's a little on the older side. Okay, now, Ward 5 Democrats.
Sweetheart, bye-bye. Sweetheart, bye-bye.
Ward 5 Democrats was the first organization to endorse me, so I appreciate it. Thank you. And we have a special guest here, Mayor. We have another mayor. Come on up, Mayor. Mayor of Somerset. But seriously, Jeffrey Slavin is the mayor of Somerset, Maryland. Okay, so give him his due. Give him his due. Okay, now, more than anything else, I want you to know that tonight begins this process because, you know, this is just to seal the deal for the rest of this term, and there will be an election coming up in 2014, and I hope that I can be your choice again, okay? Now, I waited till last to acknowledge people who are very, very dear to me. What I call my sweeties, and they don't particularly like that, but it's my family members. I have my son, my daughter, and one granddaughter, one of 7 grandchildren. Come on over. Come on over. Okay. Right. Okay, so I've pretty much gone through everything except that there's a woman who, in spite of everything, and I do mean everything, was with me, and that's Janice Davis. That's Janice Davis, and I am so much better for it. And of course, I give praise to God